This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today we are going to be talking about, you saw us open up the secret box and I did a little bit of an unboxing, but on December 3rd, our good friends over at Into the Unknown, a company that is really coming into their own. I mean, after they did Aeon Trespass, which I'm looking at down here, and all the magnificent stuff with that, you know, they could have rested on their laurels and they could have built stuff out on that. They decided to come out with Enormity, and it's going to be coming to Kickstarter on December 3rd. So I'm going to go down, we're going to do a playthrough during the campaign, but right now I want to just kind of give you a little overview, kind of talk a little bit about some of the things that are going on, because, you know, I'm still playing it and still really getting a good feel for it, and I don't think I would do you justice by doing a playthrough right now. But I want to talk really about some of the unique mechanics, some of the unique things, the theme, and what's going on here with Enormity. So let's go down to the table, take a look at it, and then we'll come back up and we'll talk a little bit more. So I'm not going to explain everything, but I wanted to show this off. You're going to have this book with all different types of maps, but there's another book, a location book here, actually a Mythos book, as you can see here, that is going to give you different scenarios and stuff like that. Now this is going to change, of course, with the full version of this, okay? And as you can see, it'll tell you how to set everything up. The miniatures I really like the look of the spacers. These are called spacers, okay? And you're going to run into all kinds of different enemies, like the Grin here, and they actually have their own page here. So as you can see, as you would go on, that would be the full game area. But there are different things, and you're going to have different cards that are going to go with them, and they're really hard to kill, which is one of the neat things. It's not a matter of killing them; it's being able to wound them, and you're going to be doing that by attributing and depending on the weapons that you're going to have, which are going to give you a certain amount of dice, and how many hits you can do to either equal or surpass their certain armor, which would cause them damage. Certain dice are going to have certain different values on them, and you're going to be adding these up. Now, the real neat thing here is how this is played. You can play it as a hard co-op, okay, or the campaign, which is really interesting. You're going to have a character, and they really have some really unique things here, okay? So you're going to take these cards, because this is going to be the suit that you're wearing, okay? And then who you are, and your certain traits that you're going to have. There's going to be certain traits that you're going to utilize. First of all, over here, you're going to have your class, your skills, your abilities, the character Rubicon bonuses, which is this, and we'll explain that. Stress is a big thing. Your vitals, which is going to be all tracked all in here. You're going to be attracting adrenaline. Adrenaline is going to be a big thing here. Every time you take an action or a combat, you are going to attribute a bunch of adrenaline, and that's going to come into play. You're going to take stress, which is not cool, okay? Here, this is going to track your adrenaline as you go up. And also, you are going to have stress. Now, as your stress goes up, and your vitals, which is your health points, go down, if you ever meet in the middle, you're going to run into something that is not very cool, which is called a stress breakdown, which is a whole nother thing that can go on and really mess you up. So just to explain what's going on here, you are going to be you're going to be doing extraction runs, which is just one of the many things that you can do here. You're going to take your group of spacers, and you're going to venture into one of the shepherd's location. The shepherd is the unmanned hulk here, which contains plenty of dangers and stuff like that. And you're going to be doing a bunch of different things because you're going to be looting. You're going to be trying to find different things on the shepherd, and depending on your missions, you're going to be going through here. Now, the funny thing is there is a whole countdown here. Now, as you become stressed and become more banged up, the stronger you're going to get. And as things go down, or as you start taking and really having control and almost getting to the point of extraction, the enemies are going to get better. There are a lot of different little mechanics that really go into this that are really neat. When you go to attack, you are going to have incoming and then active tokens that you're going to be building up here, and you're going to be able to use these in attacks. Another really cool thing that I really liked a lot is when you start scanning, you're actually going to have a scanner here, and you're going to be able to put a card in here, and it's going to point to a location or some kind of part of the story that you are going to look and read and go through the myth book and look up certain things that'll tell you to read certain passages. There are a lot of things that are going to change, which I'm not going to ruin for you right now. There are all kinds of different weapons that you're going to be able to equip your spacer with, which is going to help you attack and complete your mission so you can be extracted. Noise is going to come into play. You're going to make noise rolls. You're also going to have a deck of cards that are going to be your actions, and you're going to play these cards. You're going to lay them down, and you're going to perform, like move one space. If not preceded or followed by another move, fast reload. So depending on your card here, particularly, it's going to tell you the action cards that you're going to have. You're going to have the steady walk cards, the desperate measure cards, or a hurry walk cards. And you're going to have these, and these are going to be your actions that you're going to use. And that is going to help you navigate through the shepherd, or Hulk as they call it. There are different things that are going to happen to you. You're going to get banged up, and you're going to have stress breakdowns. These are some status cards for some of the enemies that you're going to run into, which is really, really cool. And then discovery cards, which is a whole nother thing. There are loot cards, so you can actually get your guys to become even better. If you ever flatline, you're going to take a card and you're going to put it into your scanner and find out what is going to happen to you. Flatline is when your health goes all the way to the end. Okay. Also, now there's a couple of ways that you can die in this game. Okay, if your stress would ever go above 9, well, guess what? You're going to suffer a critical breakdown and you're going to die. If your adrenaline would ever go past 9, that's this, it goes past 9, you get too much adrenaline. You got to be very careful what you do with your adrenaline. You're going to have a heart attack and you're going to die. If your vitals ever go below 1, well, guess what? You're going to flatline, like I said, and you're going to have to use one of those cards. If you get a 5th radiation token or infection token, you die. If you ever take a 3rd exert card, okay, that's one of these here, which you really don't want to take those. After resolving the extra action, you die. If an intruder attacks or an environmental hazard results in instant death, well, guess what? You die. So there's a lot of way to lose, but as you start taking hits and stuff like that, you are going to get, it's one of those things that you're going to get stronger. There is a bunch of different scenarios for insertion and extraction. The rule book so far, even though it is It is in prototype form. It was very, very easy to read. Like I said, you take your 3 actions, and then, of course, it's the monster turn. As you can see, everything is in demo mode here, and you are going to be learning this game as you play. And it's very. It makes a lot of sense. It's just I seem to be tripping on a few things, and it's more me than it is anything with them. So that's why we're not doing a playthrough to get you going for the Kickstarter. But I wanted to kind of talk about everything that goes on here. You know, the scenarios are just very, very easy to follow as far as setup and the books, and I really like this that they've been doing lately. A lot of companies have been doing this. Instead of giving you 90 million tiles, you are actually going to have all these different, and as you can see, all the beautiful spacers and stuff like that. You're going to have different types of maps that you're going to use in a booklet, okay? And you can play from the booklet. I really like that, how that works. The models are beautiful. I like how the stress, you know, you've got to worry about your stress, your vitals, and your adrenaline, and have a good balance of both in order to overcome the situation that you have. And then, you know, you can't use your incoming, so you could build up a whole bunch of tokens, but until the end once the turn ends, then these tokens are going to move here, and they're going to be available for you next turn. But are you going to be able to survive things in between that? And there's a lot of things that can go wrong, and some things that can go right. And there's boss fights. There's everything that you can want. It's not overkill, and it's done very, very well by a very, very, very good company. So we're going to go up top here. December 3rd, this is going to go live. You're going to want to support this. And through the month of September, I plan on taping a little bit of a playthrough so we can kind of go over some of the mechanics so you can really get them. But I really wanted to make you aware of all the great stuff that's going on here with this fantastic game, Enormity, from a tremendous company Into the Unknown. Let's go up and get my final thoughts, and then we will get on out of here. Now, I didn't go through everything. There is a lot more that they're working on, and this rule book is only at 0.31. It's not even a 1. Okay, and they're really locking things down. Very few mistakes compared to, I think they've learned a lot, especially after Aeon Trespass with some of the rule book stuff, and trying. It's really hard to translate into different languages. This is very clean. I understood it very easily. There's a lot going on, but it is glorious. It has so many feels of so many different things, from Space Hulk to aliens to you know, to pretty much being its own kind of identity. It has a lot of elements, and some of them are really creepy and stuff like that. The miniatures are beautiful because they just do great work. This is a great company, and anytime I've had a question or anything like that, some companies, when you write a company, you do not get a response. Okay, plain and simple. It may be a week out, 2 weeks out. I can tell you, the next morning I had something waiting in my inbox, you know, because they're over in Poland, and I was always able to get the answers. And that's the attention to detail that you really want when you are backing a Kickstarter. Okay, is the company reputable and gives you good quality product? This is a company that you can feel very secure in backing, and knowing that you are going to get everything that you expect and more. This is going to be a great game. This really is, and it's in its early stages, and I'm really kind of intrigued by it. I wish there was more, and you know, to the prototype, but the prototype is absolutely beautiful. Again, all these components are prototype components. They're not the end game components, which I'm sure they're going to up their game like they do everything else. December 3rd. Go there, get behind this. If you are somebody that really enjoys the sci-fi era, you're really going to love this. This is going to be something special. I really, really highly, highly suggest it. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob. Don't forget, Kickstarter December 3rd, Enormity. We'll see you soon, everybody.